The Joe Rogan Experience.
No, I'd want to kick his ass. I'd want to fuck him up.
Want to kill him.
I forgot the bit. What?
What?
Breaking news.
What?
Breaking news.
Some fighters
I
out.
don't like this.
What?
Not gonna like what?
Let me get their tweet. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
nervous.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is the fight off?
Yeah.
What's with the suspense?
I was trying to get the
What do
tweet
we
up
got
so I
here?
could see it.
UFC 249 has been canceled. All UFC events postponed indefinitely due to COVID-19. Dana White says he's ready to promote the event, but things were taken out of his control. Much more to come.
The government stepped in and
On-
said, "You ain't doing
on this to
shit."
come. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, that saves me a lot of fucking thinking.
Fuck.
Damn. I was 75% ready to go.
You were gonna do it.
The only thing that worried me is that if I contracted something and then I came in contact with other people. So what I was going to do is do it if I definitely could get tested. And then I would have to know the results before I come back. But fucking even then you don't know. If
The testing was a little dicey. Like some
Jamie
people
was
told me.
saying there's a new type of test that they're working on. What is that?
They don't have it officially done yet, I guess. But when I was reading the stuff about the NBA, it said that they have a potential like instant test, right? Like maybe a diabetic type test where you can prick a finger,
your
get a little bit
blood.
of blood, and they can get something within 5 to 10 minutes. I believe that also said it was hypothetical and like if they can get that done or get it mass produced or whatever it is, and it works and it's accurate, then they will proceed. But
I'm so disappointed.
We're just looking out for human nature. It's human nature to like when you look at the stuff that Edward Snowden found out about the NSA. Like, of course they would. If they could, they're going to.
They're gonna do it.
They're gonna find a way. It's
100%.
human nature.
Yeah.
It's just how we are, man.
Dude, I want to know who shut down UFC 249 because we know how adamant Dana is.
Dick, more.
I was waiting to get that in there.
Supposed to happen April 18th has been canceled. Dana White confirms
wow.
that he was asked to stand down by top Disney, ESPN executives, and he is doing so.
Damn, think of the power of Disney. Hey, Dana, let's shut it down.
Well, I think they made probably a risk assessment, and then they made like a calculation of what the negative aspects of going against government regulations in terms of like state government would be. They're probably like, you can't do this.
They're saying it's not worth it.
Imagine being the president of the UFC. Fuck all that. Imagine having all these fights that you have to make and having all this pressure on you. And you're also like a famous guy like Dana is. Imagine being that guy. Fuck that job. Dana, president of the UFC is second only to president of the United States.
How dare you? How fucking dare you? How dare
The amount
you?
of pressure?
Dude,
bro, he's under ridiculous
$450
amounts
million
of pressure.
in the bank account?
That's nice, but you get used to that. You get used to that
100%.
money. You doing
He's
the job.
compensated well for it.
He's compensated well,
He's,
but the
he's
reason
not making all the fights.
he's making a lot of fights.
He's making the main fights.
He's making a lot of
the
fights.
main events.
But the most important thing is he's like a psychotic driving force for the most exciting organization in the world. And I don't think the organization gets where it is without Dana White. I think you have to have a crazy person at the
Agreed.
wheel. I think
You have to have a bulldog.
you have a guy who
You have to have
doesn't
a
give a
bulldog.
fuck. He's a
doesn't give a
real
fuck.
man. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll talk shit.
Yep.
He'll insult people.
He will.
He'll go back with you. He's nuts.
And then
He's
Disney
wild.
went, yeah, you're a wild boy.
He's
Hey,
like,
listen,
I'm going to an Indian reservation.
I've got an island.
He's got a fucking
I
island.
got an island. And then Disney went, very cool. Your island? Yeah. Hopefully you didn't put money down because we're shutting all that down.
They're like, what? What are we doing here?
Well,
This is the, and then they're probably like, this is the only thing that's up and running. Like this is up and running. They're ready to go right now.
And I think, I wish they would have let him go. Because everyone would have been just fucking fine. The other thing is
but as long
Disney
as the
saved
right
$750 million.
As long as the right precautions are in place, I agree.
They would have been fine.
But the thing is, it's like you got to measure. You got this. If this was like just in any other disease where we understood it better, I would be way more confident.
We understand numbers, though.
We do, but we don't understand Michael Yo. Okay, Michael Yo almost died.
Yeah.
And
You know what Michael Yo's doing right now? He's fine.
Right, but he almost died.
But he did it.
But he was in the hospital for a week.
Yeah, but he's fine.
Okay.
Now he's fine.
I don't want people who are less like robust than Michael Yo to die. So we got to figure out like what the fuck this virus is. How does it get treated? What's the most effective way? When can we? And then then it makes sense that we're a little bit more loose with our regulations.
100%. Now Micah Yo, decent shape. He's in decent shape compared to a UFC fighter. He's fucking Adele. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not in shape compared to Tony Ferguson.
He works out a lot. He really does.
Again, compared to Tony Ferguson, that's
right,
fine.
You're right.
Yeah.
But he's also not that old.
No.
And college football player. Strong guy.
It's a loose term, but yes.
I understand what he did. He threw the ball. He was involved.
That's a very loose term.
No rules. Kumite. In the forest. Anything you can do like that in the forest is more. You do it on an island. That's what would have been cool about this UFC thing. If it really did go to fuck island.
Not anymore, bro.
Give it a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in May they'll be back up and running.
Well, the good news is it's pure, our response to this, because it happened in the moment.
The island might still be in play because all the other leagues are still figuring out that like remote situation to figure out soccer, baseball, basketball. So they might.
Well, if you could control an island, if it's a small island, if you could control the whole island and test everybody, why not?
How much money is the UFC going to be spending on these private jets?
How much money are they going to be making with the reality show about moving the UFC to the island? Because I'm watching that shit. Fuck Tiger King. I'm watching Dana White with his crazy screaming and running around trying to figure out how to, we're going to put on these fucking fights, trying to figure out how to get a fight to an island, and coming up with an idea of an island and international waters, and who owns the island?
That's one episode,
that dude's the king
bro.
of the island?
That's one episode.
Bro, and then the government
Then what do we
shuts
do?
him on the phone call, which, yes, Mr. Trump. No, I understand, Mr. Trump. Disney calling him up, yelling at him. He's a wild man.
I don't know what they're going to do, man. We told you have to throw those 40-something fights.
I think they're going to relax a little. I think people are going to hopefully realize that the worst is behind us.
I think May the numbers going to be like this.
I'm hoping obviously I'm hoping the current treatment is the one that works, but if that's not the one that works, maybe they find something just as good. I think we got a lot accomplished.
I do too. Me too, man. How about the fucking UFC's canceled,
and then how about the fact that it happens while we're on the podcast? That was pretty crazy.
We didn't cover too much of it.
Listen, man, I was hesitant. My thoughts
I know you were.
I was like, I really want to go. Like, I was leaning towards going. But I'm like, God, I don't want to hear it from people that don't think it's a good idea. You know, I'm not interested in putting myself at risk, but my real concern was, how do I know if I contract it and then I bring it back? How am I going to know? And I had to be honest with myself. I'm like, I really wouldn't know. So the only way I would be able to do it is to do it and then be in quarantine until I get tested.
That ain't worth it.
I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
For what?
I want to find out, man. I want to.